Yo, welcome back. This is Greg here. Welcome back to the channel. As you can see, we have a bunch of cases from Nomad. It's not sponsored, it should be, but thank you to Nomad for sending these out. As you know, I already have the iPhone 14 Pro Max in the deep purple, and I wanted to figure out what case would be best for me to actually use on this phone. Luckily, Nomad sent me out so many of their cases to try out. Now we can see which one is going to fit best with this phone. Now, on my left, you see the modern leather cases in a multitude of colors. And then on my right, you see the rugged case, the modern leather Folio, and the sport case. So I don't know which one I want to start with. So we're going to go from the right to the left. Let's start here first with the rugged case, because I feel like this is going to be a really major case for people who drop their phones a lot. $1,500 phone, the last thing you want to do is drop it. So here we are with the rugged case. This one alone on their website, it's not cheap. I'm going to be completely honest with you. It's $49, but it is available for the entire 14 series. Only available in black, but I would heavily, actually it's in a gray as well, but I would suggest getting the black because it goes with all the colors. So this one is black, as you can see. Let's just take it out. As you can see on the back, it says that there's groove sides that allow for secure grip, a fortified air bumper that offers 15 feet of drop protection, as well as a slim and durable design built with MagSafe. Looking at the rugged case, I can just tell you off the top, this is probably one of their bigger cases when it comes to Nomad, but it feels really good. When I say it feels really good, you have the buttons here, you have the nice camera cutout. It is kind of two-tone, so I don't know if it will actually translate on camera, but you can see this has like a grayish black hue here, and then this is more darker, which is fine. It does have a raised lip here on the right-hand side, which I don't mind. I think this is actually really dope. Great for drop protection. And then obviously you have the cutouts here. You have the power switch on the opposite side. You have the volume buttons as well as the mute rocker right there. Then you have the MagSafe. And you know, I'm a really big stickler for when it comes to MagSafe. When we put this case in here, oh, can't even do it the old way. Usually what I would do is I would put the power button in and go that way. I guess it has to be a little bit of the opposite. Right off the bat, I can tell you this screen is gonna sit flush with this case. I think this might be the one that I take every day. Like when I'm going to work, I'm gonna use this case. It does sit flush with the screen, as you can see. Is very flush with that. There is no gap, virtually no gap to this case. So be mindful of that. Even though it is rugged, if you don't have a screen protector on it, 9 times out of 10 you may crack it depending on how far you drop it, because there is no raised lip, there is no gaps. This is just screen to case, screen to case. So just be mindful of that when you do decide to purchase this case, because it is a big deal. And having this in purple, this is what it's going to look like with the black. I still really like this. I dig this. This looks awesome. I personally will be using this. I'm going to use all of them, to be completely honest with you. Even as Nomad's more recent cases, this is really nice. Like if I put this on the table, it's not going to slack because it has that nice little grip at the bottom, grippy edges, so you know it's really tactile. I do wish that they had the same type of tactile from this side. Let me see if I can get that in the camera for you. If you can get that same tactile feel here on this side, just a little misstep from Nomad, but I still appreciate the fact that this rugged case, it doesn't feel rugged. It feels like a mix between, and I don't want to like brand jump, but it feels like the Otterbox Defender and it feels like a spec case, but it's Nomad, and in my personal opinion, the quality is just like top tier. So that's their rugged case. Let's get to the next one. The next case we have is the modern Folio. This one is in the Horween leather, and it is the rustic brown. So this is available on their website as well. This case in itself is about $79 starting, $79.95. Be mindful of this when you do decide to purchase, because a lot of people have said that they don't like Folio cases because of the fact that it gives like that pops look, that mom and dad look. Like this is the gift for one of them. But I can comfortably say there have been times that I actually do use this case. Like when I'm going out and I don't want to carry my wallet, I just swap my phone from one of the regular cases, put it in here, put my 2 credit cards and my ID in there, and go about my day. But I've only ever trusted Nomad's cases because not only is it a rugged Folio, but it does have the MagSafe compatibility. And I've tried this in previous videos. You can check it out for yourself. I want to see if it does the same thing with this case, but we'll see. You can open it up. I will say Nomad, these cases have started to get harder to open I just want to say that. But moving right along, as you can see, this is the rugged folio. I'm sorry, the modern leather folio. It comes with a nice little, oh, okay, this has a magnetic clasp, right? I didn't have this on the last one. So this is the removable magnetic clasp that must be new. So what you do is, I'm assuming you attach unit right here, you attach here, and then it goes around to keep it a little bit more protected. That is innovative. I was not expecting that. Not expecting that at all. Like, that might have been one of the things when I was writing reviews, I was always asking about, why is there not a clasp to keep this open? Because even though you're not able to fold it back and do it in like movie mode or something like that, having this clasp is good to make sure that it's always closed. Because, you know, over time, you know, the patina will wear into the case, and then you end up having it like raise up a little bit, and it feels like you actually have a wad of cash just sitting in your front pocket. So having the magnetic clasp, that's going to be a really huge deal for me. I'm going to be testing it out as well. As you see, it does have the MagSafe. Let's put this in the case so you can see it for yourself, what this is going to look like in the case. So let me just actually move this out of the way really quick. So this is what it's going to look like. As usual, this is Nomad's modern leather folio. This is exactly what it will look like. As you can tell, it doesn't do the like light, you know, turn it off. It just doesn't do that. On the back, you have obviously the purple showing off. I think purple looks good on a lot of these brown and black cases though, especially leather. I'm not sure about the Apple ones, but Nomads, for some reason, they just look good regardless of the color. So shout out to them for that. As you can tell, buttons are covered. Remember what I just said about the previous case. I like that rugged feel right here. It still gives like some adventure to this case, and I really like that. But obviously they didn't do it on this side, which is fine. It's kind of like, you know, party in the front, you know, business in the back. Like, it's one of those. But either way, I really enjoy this folio. I will be using this one. Let's get into that next case though. The next case is the Nomad Sports case. Now, obviously, you know, this is probably one of my favorite new cases from Nomad. I know I've said that before, but when I had 13 Pro Max, I rocked the Sport case like it was nobody's business, okay? So it's one of the cheaper ones. It's $39.95. It is available in 4 different colors: marine blue, ash green, and then lunar gray, and then it has just the regular black. Now, I would love to see if they did like a tan or something like that for these, but they haven't done that just yet. As a result, I only picked one up this year because one of my most favorite colors that I had for the 13 Pro Max was the lunar gray. Even though I had tested out all 4 of the colors previously, I wanted to stick with the lunar gray because I felt like this would be the best companion for my deep purple. Kind of like a contrast, but it would also match. So if we open this up, this is the case as normal. This is their Sport case. It's again $39.95 on their site. Has nice little grippy sides, which is cool. I like the fact that it feels good in the hand. It has that MagSafe, so I don't even have to do the test. I trust in Nomad when they say that it works with MagSafe, it does. One little subtle change that I did notice right off the bat is these buttons look completely different from what they did last year. These actually slightly match the case. I had that little metal like look to them. It just chef's kiss. I love this so much. This attention to detail is madness. You got a nice little elevated camera bump right here, which I think is really awesome. Just runs along the side, which means that if you drop your camera face down, there's a little bit of protection there for you. This will scratch up over time. I'm going to be completely honest with you. It does do that, but this is what you deal with when you deal with the sports case. They know for a fact either you do sports, you deal with sports, or more importantly, you just drop your phone a lot. This might seem minimalistic, and it definitely is, but just be mindful of that because it does have the TPE bumpers, but right here on the back, it's going to scratch up. Be mindful of this when you go and get this case. Again, $39. It's more than what you're getting for what you pay for. It's just a really fantastic case. But this right here, these attentions to detail, it just yes, Nomad, that's what I'm talking about. This is amazing. So let's put this case right here in the phone. And mind you, this is launch day, everybody. So I have multiple videos going on. I'm actually even setting up my phone while I do this, right? And it's just stuff like this. Where's technically T? Like, I have to call that guy. I got to get him on Twitter or something, because when he reviews this, I'm sure he's going to mention the same thing. This is sensational. Oh my God. This is, you know what? Let me move on before I stop the video and just deal with this case forever, right? We're going to get to the next one right now. So as you see, we're going to just lay all 3 of these out right now. So You know I'm a huge fan of the leather cases, and even though I am speaking like high claim of Nomad Sport case, and I will probably put that one on after this review, I'm just letting you know now, the modern leather cases for Nomads are the best leather cases on the market. Now, I'm not saying that because, you know, they might have beef with another like case maker. I'm telling you straight out, I've used a lot of leather cases from Nomad. I have not seen any that last as long, look as good, and more importantly are the price that they are. The Nomad cases for the past 7 years that I've been doing reviews have been, bar none, the best cases that I've ever used on my iPhones. And at $49.95, you can have them. I would just personally just take $100 and just get your 2 favorite ones. Now, there are 4. The 4th one I don't have yet. It's kind of on back order, and that one is the natural color. But I do have the English tan, I have the brown, and then I have the black. So all 3 of those are going to be the ones that I use the most. And I want to say the modern leather case right here, this is, yeah, that's the brown case as well. So black, brown, and then you have obviously this nice English tan. So I want to open the rustic brown, because this one has always been hands down one of my favorite ones, and it was the first case I ever reviewed for Nomad. So just like all of the previous models, you know it's going to have a patina after a while. It tells you that it has the vegetable tanned leather that's made from Chicago, an air bumper for 10 feet of drop protection, as well as MagSafe and wireless charging compatible. Now, it says that they've been proudly carbon neutral since 2020. They said that on the boxes last year as well. Trust me, anything that Nomad tells me, I know I sound like I'm shilling for them, but it is, they are legit. They are legit, probably one of my favorite brands that I've ever worked with on anything. Nomad, I need you to become a sponsor. Really, I really do. So let's talk. Either way, you open this up, you got the modern leather case right here. Boom, we open this up. Again, this is the brown. It's a little bit darker compared to just even the case for this one here, this English tan one. You could tell there's going to be a day and night difference, but we'll get to that one next. So obviously you're going to have this brown, this feel just premier. Has a nice precision cutout right here. When I say cutout, I mean there's a little dip. There's a divot right here. Let me see if I can show you a little bit closer to the camera. There's a little bit of a divot that goes down, so you can actually feel when you're pressing the buttons. I think that is premier. Obviously you have the MagSafe, you have the cutout right there for obviously the speaker grills, as well as the lightning port. Right here you have the mute switch, and you have the volume rocker right here, which I think is awesome as well. On the inside, like all of Nomad's cases, there's a little bit of protection right here to protect on the sides from the drops, as well as at the top and at the bottom. Be mindful of that when you do decide to, you know, get this case, that it will protect up to 10 feet for drops. Let me move this out of the way because I want to focus. This is just as beautiful. So I want to put this on the purple case so you can see exactly what this bad boy looks like, right? So obviously make sure that you know that all of Nomad's cases kind of sit flush. So if I show you from an angle, like you can see, there is no room for error. Like, if you drop this, just be mindful where, you know, a screen protector, because there is no margin for error at all. There is 10 feet of drop protection, but just be mindful of that. Just get a screen protector, people. It's worth it. It's beneficial, right? So obviously you have just a slight little raise, but it's not much. It will protect your phone. It does feel good in the hand. Trust me, I've been using Nomad cases for over the past 7 years, so there's that. I'm just gonna briefly show you the other 2 without talking too much. So here we go. So I told you I was gonna do the English tan next. Here we go with the English tan. Obviously this is the deep purple. So this is the English tan. This is what it looks like. Similar to what it looked like for the rustic brown. Basically it has that nice little divot like I told you about. It does have that really rich like flavor to it. Like, this feels like once it patinas, it's going to look fantastic. This is that special English tan that they have. Just be mindful that, you know what, this is one of the lighter colors, so it's going to show scratches way more than the rustic brown, way more than the black, but it looks good, especially in that deep purple. Look at that deep purple. It's beautiful. I think I made the right choice. And let's get into the black. On the last case that Nomad has sent, we're going to get into that black. Finally, we have the black and the modern leather. Again, all the modern leather cases, all 4 are available for $49.95, right? So again, you go to nomadgoods.com, you can get them all. Everything that I've listed will be in the notes below, but just know these cases are $49.95. Again, Nomad's my favorite. Let's just get that out of the way. But we get to the black. You've already seen the English tan, you've seen the rustic brown. Now we're going to the simplistic black. This is probably what everybody's going to try to go with, to, you know, with the space black. Just go and get you a black on black type of case, and then you're set, right? This black one though, this is sleek. This is that black tie affair. This is that, you know where we're going? We're going to a wedding this weekend, honey. We're gonna get it done. You and I, we're gonna spend some time. And you know what? It looks good. In my personal opinion, I would have added those silver buttons that you saw in the sports case right here, just to add a little bit of pop to that. Oh, Nomad, please, if you're listening to me, like, do that, please. Next version, like, I understand you want to have some type of fluidity with this case. Add some like silver buttons or some like accent options, like where you can just pop this out. Because I see on the inside, it does have like a little thing you can pop out. Add some like silver accents to this. Chef's kiss, you hear me? So either way, let's put this case in here. You see how quick it goes in. It's amazing. This is the leather, the modern leather. When I say modern, it definitely is. It doesn't feel like your mom's like belt or like your dad's like coat. This is just a really serious leather. It's like, it's active. Like, you know for a fact that like if you're in the active lifestyle, it's going to patina, it's going to age a little bit, but it's going to look good. It's just not going to start falling apart and look like that wallet that nobody wants to use, but a family member got it for them, so they're really sentimental about it. Like, no, like Nomad knows sophistication, edge, and protection. All three of those things they have consistently given me. And even with this black, I feel like if I just have a bad day, I want to put on this black, it's going to look good. It's going to look good. Now, I'm being honest. I told you I'm gonna put that sports case back on, but this is starting to convince me, especially with that deep purple. I might have a contender. We might have a contender, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, these are these Nomad cases. I don't think y'all understand. Nomad has gotten it right consistently throughout the years when it comes to these cases for me, and they send them to me to review and give my honest opinion. And honestly, if you start at Nomad, you probably might not move. You might not go to any other brands, and I'm not going to name them, but I'm just letting you know there's a reason why every year I pick Nomad as one of my top 3 favorite cases. Top 2 if you want to be completely honest. But this case, yeah, the modern leather somehow gotten better throughout the years. I don't know what they've done, but yeah, that's it. Either way, you can find all of these cases at nomadgoods.com. If you like the video, comment down below. I'm not going to do the whole like, comment, subscribe, but I mean, there you have it. But either way, we'll check you on the next video. Shout out to Nomad for sending me these to review. This is not a sponsored video, but I hope it will be in the future, and we'll see you on the next video. Peace.